is happening? We got a full team of melee with Grifka. We also got us a Shadow with Quaggar leading the charge. We got us a Starry, which is old. Starry means old. A Starry Buivol. I don't know what that means. Starry. We'll call him Starry. But it's a full team of melee versus a team of casters with Quez going to be up there first with the fear onto Grifka as he goes in with immediate trick and stun by Kazaris. Trying to see if he gives us some damage versus Grifka. Trying to maybe go to see if he can somehow avoid an interrupt by Grifka. Grifka does end up throwing out a kick. That's going to be a precock for Quez. Potentially lots of haste. But looks like he's going to end up going very, very defensive. Grifka taking a lot of the dot damage right now. Quick run by the Shatterface. Potentially advantage on Grifka. I think he's probably going to take it easy here for a bit. On team of casters, we got ourselves Mock Demo on his Demon Hunter, which is basically a caster. We got us a Miko, we got us a Huge, as well as Facile. And it's going to be a Shadowface trying to see if he can find Grifka, but Grifka looks like he was able to avoid all those dots. Did end up using Cloak very, very early into the duel. So if Quasar's could have somehow, oh! He went for the fade! They gave him like immunity for a second. That's really cool. Mind games under Grifka, limited on what he could really do to the Shadowface. He's still able to break past the mind game. Big secret to go to Kazaris. Mad Visitors back-to-back. Void Sword to follow. Mad damage on Grifka. Trying to go for an interrupt. Interrupt blind to follow. He still has a tentacle on him. Wait a second. Grifka's still going down to the tentacle. Gouge on Kazaris. Does he have anything whatsoever? He needs a defensive right now. Get himself a little bit of help to work with. DP onto Grifka. Tries to go for the vanish. That's going to give him a little bit of healing. But Corey, if he goes in fast enough, he might be able to find him. Trying to see if he can catch up to Grifka right now. Does himself a little bit of that immolation aura. That does end up kind of walking next to Kildara, and that immolation aura is going to get him in combat before Grifka can even land a sap on a guy, which does not help the rogue super well, does it? Wait! I didn't even realize Grifka was still alive for a second there. I thought he was dead. Because it looks like Core was able to get out of it. He just walked out of it. Darkness to follow as Shadow is going to be up next. Shadowbreak trying to see if he can get the dots going on to Core. Trying to see if he can avoid his hunt, but it looks of it. Going to be a fear sigil around the corner. Does not quite connect. Core does not really have much to work with. This is going to be a stun. Almost got himself a proper hunt. I think trying to see if he can maybe bait out a cooldown out of Shadow. It's going to hit him with a hunt. Could potentially be a Cloak of Shadows right here. Does he get out of there? It's going to be a double blade getting thrown in. Does end up going for a Shadow Meld together with Cloak of Shadows. Full advantage available. I don't know if Korra has eyes available or not. He's bleeding out right now. Does he? Oh, just dies to the dots? What are these dots from Shadow, by the way? Because Rogues didn't really get buffed up at all for 8-10-1. For PvP at the very least. They got PvE buffs, but not PvP buffs. It looks like the dots were enough. Going to be a Garrote to Huge Buttman. Establishing CC with a full stun to follow. Lasso out of Huge. Does go in for the trinket. Let's see if I have any more cooldowns to follow potentially. It's going to be a knockback. Oh, I like the full Black Dragon set, by the way. It looks fantastic. I'm a big fan of that set. The Rogue is going to end up dipping under the pillar. Does he have any flame shocks on him? Looks like he's clean. Looks like Huge Butler was not able to get a proper flame shock on the guy. Is going to go for the Kyrian opener into a Garrote. Haymaker out for Huge. Is going to go for a Hex immediately into a Stormkeeper. Shadow does have himself a Smoke Bomb available. It's going to go for a Shadow Step. Knocked back by Huge. Does end up sending Shadow back a little bit, but not nearly as far as he wanted to. Stormkeeper still at the ready. Wants to go in for some damage, but Shadow just goes in with an opener, and I think just goes in for a Vanish there, yeah? Is that a Root Totem? It is a Root Totem. Does give him a bit of opportunity to at least back away. Lava Burst sent in. Does he get the procs that he needs? It's going to be a full Fire Elemental joining in. The knockback onto the Rogue does not have a Shadow Step anymore. As the Meteor comes down, trying to see if he can avoid him as best as possible. And it's going to be, what is this? Hold up, Burrow. Oh, big knockup. Actually does a lot of damage. Earthshock to follow. Hold on, the Fire Elemental could take him out. Hold on, Fire Ellie. If he just gets a cast out properly. Is he still dotted? He's still dotted. Wait a second. This still could be really good for the Shaman. He's still out in the open. Does he have a Flame Shock? Sap? Oh my goodness. Oh! Oh, hit him with a Fire Ellie. Fire Ellie. No, Fire Ellie, stop doing stuff. That's not good. Shadow, is he dotted? Huge Button is still trying to stay in Ghostwolf as best as possible. Does head up a Primordial. Trying to see if he can leap over. Lava Burst is not enough. Oh my god, the guy's almost down for the count. Has a Cloak of Shadows. He may just have to use it. He's trying to see if he can hold off or use a Cloak. Oh my goodness. Does get himself a reset. Lava Burst, Cloak of Shadows, Garrote. The Rogue trying to see if he can make his last ditch effort. He does have his, lightning shield on him. So if you actually attack him at low health while he has a lightning shield, you are guaranteed to go down. Lightning lasts right around the corner. Huge Buttman may just be able to take him down. I think it's over, right? Earthshock? Is it enough? Frost Shock? Oh my goodness. Starry gonna be up next. Got himself a big bleed onto Huge, but he does go in for the knockback. As long as he can get himself those knockbacks, roots, stuns, he may be okay. Does he have any more knockbacks at all? He does try to see if he can go for a big leap. Does get to go for a leap as Starry tries to see if he can join him with a charge. Knockback does get the guy sitting flying. Is he going to go for a leap? Looks he's going to have to play it very, very slow. Reflect to follow. Can't really go for Frost Shock if you want to combo that. Instead, he's actually going to knock himself back. Oh my goodness, he knocked himself. Rooted Starry. That's actually so perfect. He's going to go for defensive stance. He's got himself a Lava Burst into Earth Shock, Frost Shock maybe. Does it a Frost Shock in his Advanced Stormkeeper. The guy does not have a Lightning Ball, Reflect or anything. Does have himself a defensive, but there it goes. Used it up already. Potential Earthshock maybe out of a huge knockback of the Starry. Oh, the Lightning Bolt does end up giving the man a heart stopper. And Huge Buttman so far is doing really, really well. Trying to see if he can find himself a better angle versus Kragar. Stormbolt immediately. Skrag goes in for the most amount of damage off the bat. Got himself Reflect. Huge trying to see if he can back away from there for as soon as possible. Lead by Kragar. Does he have a charge? Light the lasso. He's going to force a trick out of him. Huge trying to see if he can find himself a better angle. Does he have a knockback for Kragar? He does send the man flying as he goes in for Odin's Fury. But he goes for Odin's Fury at super far distance. Is going to be a Frost Shock for Huge. Does not last long at all, though. There goes the Fire Elemental. Actually, he's in. Burrow to follow. Does Kragar maybe go down? Now Burrow's going to do a lot of damage. Hold on a second. Does quite a bit. Lava Burst to follow. Into Earth Shock. Frost Shock right after. Kragar goes in for a bit of healing. May need to go for big defensive right now. There's Huge Buttman trying to see if he can find himself a better angle. Knockback into Kragar does not really get rooted that time around. Lava Burst sent in. I think he's trying to see if he can proc himself that random Ascendance. Kragar does have some borrowed health. He's going to take that Fire Elemental behind the ramp. Reflect out for Huge Buttman. Doesn't have Reflect Primordial back at himself. But I think he's still Primordial down Kragar. He's going to Primordial down Earthshock to follow. Does he take him? Oh, Lava Burst. And Huge Man does end up taking him out. This man's use of knockbacks and the new Burrow talent is fantastic, by the way. He's done such a good job. Big zaps on the Caldara. Trying to go for yet another Lightning Bolt combo into Light Lasso, forcing a trick out of him. That's going to be yet another full set of bursts out of Caldara, Avatar, and everything getting used up altogether. Huge Buttman trying to see if he can back away. It's going to be full fear. Trying to go for a big Haymaker. Does end up knocking him back. Does he himself a breather and lots of roots. That's going to be huge. Does he have any more knockbacks whatsoever? Stormbolt, big bleed is on him. Caldara trying to see if he can end the duel right there. Can they do it? It's going to get juked out. Huge. Does get himself an opportunity to catch up. A little bit of healing. So far, he hasn't played defensive. Knockback into Caldara. Maybe that's where he makes some big damage happen. Lava Burst getting sent in. Is doing quite a bit of damage. Finally, Caldara. As soon as they're out of movement, this is where Huge can actually start making the play. To start making some damage happen. He just waited for a bit. Does he have the mana? He definitely has the mana advantage here, and the fact that he can heal, where Caldara needs to heal while in combat. Light Lasso's Huge Man running around the platform here. Does Caldara have another leap again? He does have a leap, maybe a knockback. Does kind of have an angle, but that's going to be a charge available for the Warrior. Yet another charge off of that leap as well. Does Huge have any more knockbacks at all? Reflect out for Caldara. Does get rooted for a second. Does Huge have any more damage to follow? Potentially Primordial maybe, yeah? Does he have a Primordial right now? Because Burrow, hold on. If you have a knockback off of the Burrow, that would be glorious. If you have anything, because that could be huge. Primordial off of the Burrow. Big Lava Burst sent in. Does he have enough right now? Oh, Huge Buttman does it. I'm taking it. This Shaman, dude. Oh my goodness. He is the master of the earth elements. That Burrow is so good. Earth Shocks and Burrows is that man's bread and butter. My goodness. The man not only eats the bread and butter, that's how you get that Cultural physique, but the earth and oh my god, he is the pure